Hey, hi, and hello, everyone. How are you? I'm great. Thanks for asking. My name is Jeremy Lucas, and today on South Coast Focus, we'll be sharing interesting stories about Orange County locals and how their passions have helped them strive to get more out of life. First, we'll hang 10 with Matt Parker at Album Surf Shop. Afterwards, we'll chillax to the sensational grooves of local band Pseudovision. And finally, we'll learn about the time-honored tradition of sword combat when we enter the Butu Koden studio. Surfing has had a long, vibrant, and even tubular history. The first documented surfers were noted from 12th century Polynesian caves, and later they migrated their surfing to Hawaii, where it bred a new life of its own. Men, women, children, and even kings. Social status need not apply when it came to the shredding of that gnar. The beautiful, rich, vibrant history, all lost due to colonization. Thankfully, some history has survived and took a new life, the surfing we know today. Enter Album Surf Shop. Let's go ahead and check out this process made by Matt Parker and his shop. Matt Parker, a surfboard shaper, has been shaping since 2001. With a background in fine art and graphic design, he developed an affinity for pattern, shape, and color. He now has designed thousands of boards and is the owner and founder of Album Surf Shop.
The very first board I shaped, I did it in our friend's backyard. We were babysitting their kids, my wife and I went and bought like the most rudimentary tools I could get, like just the most basic tools, and I just hacked out like a 6'4" chubby shortboard. I couldn't believe someone bought it, actually. I put it on consignment at Surfside Sports in Newport Beach. Just in the shop, you could put used boards for sale in there, and I came back a couple weeks later and someone had bought it. I was like, when I was learning to shape, I was trying to replicate a surfboard. I almost didn't even know what you're doing. You know, you're just trying to make it look like the rails look right and the rocker looks right. And I wasn't even thinking conceptually. I was thinking more just make a board that looks like a real surfboard.
Reject the narrative is their motto for creating boards. Matt tends to lean towards making asymmetrical boards. How we stand as humans, over our toes to our heels, goofy-footed or regular, you're not surfing a board in a straight line. He likes making asymmetrical boards because they're always traversing different parts of the wave. Asymmetric boards help you not think conventionally, whether it's different types of speed or turns. However, Album puts out a variety of boards, even soft tops, foam boards without the fiberglass skin, just for beginners.
Yeah, we're unique in that we do make some stock boards, but most of the boards I make are custom boards for one-off individuals. And so there's a lot of factors that go into that. There's all different types of surfing, right? If someone's into longboarding and cruising versus someone who's really into more modern progressive surfing, you know, you're going to make a board to suit how they want to ride the wave, and then you're designing it to be the right size to fit their height and weight and body shape, and then you're trying to suit their ability level. You know, like there's all different ranges from beginners to pros, and you're trying to design a board that's going to help them surf the way they envision they can surf.
Matt has made boards for many celebrities, including Jason Momoa, Jonah Hill, and Chris Hemsworth. Every board that is put out on the line that Album creates, Matt will ride. He always wants to refine the board. Album Surf is located in San Clemente, but sells all over the world. Matt is the main shaper, but has 3 shapers who work under him, stationed in North America, and 2 shapers in Australia.
We have a team of 5 or 6 different pros, and when you see a board surfed at a very high level, it's really gratifying. I mean, I've surfed my whole life, and I can surf fine, well enough to know what the boards are doing, but I'm not a professional.
Surfboards are the creative foundation for Album and Matt's future, though they do apparel, footwear, snowboard collaborations, and even surf adventure trips.
So surfboards are kind of like the little creative incubator, and then we spin off these other things around that, the brand outside of that.
Album will assist you in building the quiver that enables you to view waves differently, whether you're paddling out for the first time or regularly chasing swell. When it comes to style and performance, Matt Parker will surely shape a board to remember. There is nothing goofy-footed about Matt. If you ever find yourself interested in his boards, you can visit his shop in San Clemente or visit the website displayed below. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, Matt has a variety of boards that will fit your needs. Boy, do I love shredding, whether it be waves, cheese, or even the guitar. I'm always down for a good shred. Meet Pseudovision, a rock band that formed here at Saddleback College. What started off as a musical assignment quickly evolved into a functioning band that is taking the locals around here by storm. Stay tuned for our next clip so you can see for yourself why this band is one to keep your eye on. Let's listen to their rendition of Pseudovision's Everlong, made famous by Foo Fighters.
Tonight I throw myself into out of the red, out of her head she sang. And now I've waked away with me, down with me. So how you wanted it to be. Out of the red, out of her head she sang. And I wonder, when I sing along with you, if everything could ever be this real forever. If everything could ever be this good again. The only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say you. And she said, breathe out so I can breathe you in, hold you in. And now I know you've always been out of the red, out of her head she sang. And I wonder, when I sing along with you, if everything could ever be this real forever. If everything could ever be this good again. The only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say you. And she sang. And I wonder,
Boy, those guys can sure rock out with their socks out. I love a good jam session, and these guys, they nailed it. To learn more about the band Pseudovision, you can visit their Instagram and find everything out that you need to know about their upcoming shows. Although making surfboards and making music are very different, they share two commonalities with each other: art and discipline. Enter our next local business, the kendo studio of Taro Ariga. Buto Kodaden is very much about discipline when it comes to the teaching you about the time-honored art of Japanese sword fighting. Let's take off our shoes, bow to our sensei, and check out this clip.
Butokuden Martial Arts Center in Irvine, California, is one of the largest kendo dojos in the United States. Head instructor and founder, Taro Ariga, explains what makes this dojo unique.
The good thing about this dojo is that we teach our classes in English. A lot of dojos, they teach in either Japanese or Korean, but we teach in English, so that makes more accessible to the general public, I think.
A typical kendo practice starts with a brief warm-up, followed by every member of the dojo lining up and sitting down on their knees in a position called seiza. Once instructors and students are seated, everyone begins a meditation practice called mokuso. Mokuso is always done at the start and end of every practice to clear the mind. The students will then bow to the instructors and to each other, and the practice will begin.
We're definitely the biggest in number of members in the US. Having our own dojo, not having to rent from the community center or like school gyms, we have the flexibility to practice whenever we can.
The rules of kendo are simple. Score more points than your opponent. There are three main targets players can attack to earn points: striking the men, which is the head, slashing across the do, which is the torso, and chopping at the kote, which is the wrist.
The other thing that's good about our dojo, I think, is because we provide one of the best senses that are focused on just teaching kendo. We also have interns from Japan that helps me teach the dojo. I think we have the best instructors around, yeah.
Hitting a target is important, but it won't score a point unless you have good ki. Ki is made up of two characters: ki, which means energy, and ai, which means to unite or join. Put these together and ki can be interpreted as a release of energy. Ki can also be described as a vocalization of one's fighting spirit, which explains why everyone is shouting when they hit their opponent. Ki is important to scoring points because it shows intention and confidence with each swing. Many principles taught in kendo are meant to build one's confidence, concentration, and character. While most martial arts focus on self-defense, kendo's main objective is self-improvement. It definitely helps to be fast or strong, but for many players, kendo is a mental game. It doesn't matter if your opponent is bigger or stronger than you, if you can read them and predict their attacks.
And so that's why it's not just the physical, but there's the mental and there's the ki, which is your inner force. And so it's not just the speed that develops the kendo. So that's one thing I like about kendo.
As the night goes on and the practice comes to an end, everyone lines up once again to bow to the instructors and fellow students as a thank you for a rewarding practice.
Anybody can start kendo. Any man, woman, any age. And it's never too late to start kendo, because kendo you can do forever. You can do until you cannot walk. Okay? So I would say, everybody's welcome to come and join us.
Wow, neat. I appreciate the level of commitment and passion that Taro Ariga has poured into his studio and the art. If you're interested in learning kendo, you can check out the website listed below. Boy, today has been quite the adventure, hasn't it? We learned about surfing, got to treat our ears to the sensational grooves of local band Pseudovision. And then we're fascinated by the way of the sword at the Buto Kuden studio. I thoroughly enjoyed my time here today. I want to thank the television and cinema program here at Saddleback. We are able to let students share the things that are important to them with the rest of the world. I'm always appreciative of sharing passions. I'm Jeremy Lucas. Thanks for tuning in. This has been South Coast Focus.
Ravioli, ravioli, only now. I like ravioli as much as the next guy, but I won't pay those prices. Pay those prices. I like ravioli as much as the next guy, but I won't pay those prices. But I won't pay those prices. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli, ravioli only now. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli, ravioli only now. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli, ravioli only now. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli only now. I like ravioli as much as the next guy, but I won't pay those prices. I won't pay those prices. I like ravioli as much as the next guy, but I won't pay those prices. I won't pay those prices. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli, ravioli only now. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli, ravioli only now. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli, ravioli only now. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli only now. Pay those high prices for that ravioli, ravioli only now. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli, ravioli only now. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli, ravioli only now. I won't pay those high prices for that ravioli only now. Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formula now. I've gotta swim through, give this a try. Dive off a free fall into the sky. My brain's an urchin, my heart a stingray. I'll sink beside you, below above our feet, arm around my shoulder, brittle star weave. I'm on Deacon, life aboard a submarine. I'd really like to know you, but I find it hard to go where you are when you speak in sonar. Just right there, an echo off the ocean floor. I never thought that We never come this far out on the ocean by the fin of a shark. Out on the ocean, somber sun on the ceiling. I never thought that we'd ever come this far out on the ocean by the fin of a shark. Out on the weekend, batten down the hatches for a storm. Well, I'd really like to know you, but I find it hard to go where you are when you speak in sonar. Days from the deep end, an echo off the ocean floor. To know you, but I find it hard to go where you are when you speak in sonar. Out on the deep end, an echo off the ocean floor. Well, I'd really like to know you, but I find it hard to go where you are when you speak in sonar. Days from the deep end, an echo off the ocean floor. Still have your picture on the wall. I still have the nightmares where I would have to call you to calm down. I still think about you all the time. When I step out of the shower, I'm reminded of the night when we slept in the back of your car, and you left me with the pretty cool scar. Did it hurt when I kicked you to the curb? Now I'm all alone. Guess I'll never learn. Purple sweater sitting in my room. I tried to wear it, but I knew that it would smell like you. I saw you dancing at the show tonight. I stood in the back, and I think that we both know why. Did it hurt when I kicked you to the curb? Now I'm all alone. Guess I'll never learn. And I lied when I took you on a drive. And I said I'd never speak to her. I wish I would have kept my word. take my life from me. So cold, so cold. Take all I want to be. So cold, so cold. See the light of day. Control, withhold. Sit in your cage. So cold, so cold, so cold. I'll freeze. So cold. Toss the glimmer of hope. Fool's gold, fool's gold. Live in the microscope. So cold, so cold, so cold. I'll freeze. So cold, so so cold, so cold.